Whether it be local fans heading out here to watch the horses race out on the track, trainers getting ready to watch their horses work this morning, head football coaches for the University of Louisville Cardinals, or jockeys getting ready to head up on their mounts, we are getting set for Derby Madness here this morning on the backside at Churchill Downs. We have a ton of horses out on the track that we're going to get view of this morning. We'll start off. Here's Bodie Meister, of course. Bob Baffert and his connections behind them. Here's Went the Day Well, who's sort of a sleeper pick out on the track now, and he's going to get ready to jog by us. We'll catch him the other direction as well. There are so many horses that are getting ready to head out on the track this morning, and we're going to catch up with almost all of them. Here's Trinneberg, who looks to shock the world, as his trainer told me yesterday, and he's going to be the longest shot in the field, barring Optimizer, of course. Now here's Done Talking, who of course won the Illinois Derby, and he looks to be on his toes, bouncing around. Looks good out here, actually. I would be surprised if he won, but it's of course the Kentucky Derby. Here's Dullahan now, who we'll catch him right now on the way by. We'll catch him on his gallop as well, coming the other direction. Here's Done Talking again on the gallop, as we're catching him on the other side now. Here's our first look now at Alpha, who just shipped in the other day, and Todd Pletcher is here on the grounds. Here's Perspective now coming by us, doing a little gallop this morning. We'll catch up now again. Here's Done Talking. And coming by us real quickly, we'll catch up. Here's Bodie Meister. And finally, Went the Day Well, again, as we said earlier, galloping by us one more time. Here's Rousing Sermon. After his work this morning, he galloped 5 furlongs in 1 minute and 2/5 seconds. He looked pretty decent out on the track. Looks to give Jerry Hollendorfer a Kentucky Derby win. Here's another quick look at Alpha on the gallop by us one more time. I'll have another for the Doug O'Neill barn, and it was a really crowded barn. We'll get to that later on here in this video this morning. Here's Trinneberg one more time, coming by us, sort of on his toes. I've heard him described in the Twitter world as a loud horse. Here's Alpha coming by us one more time again, and we're going to see also in the other direction Dullahan on his gallop, who of course has that interesting gallop, as I called it. Let's catch up now. Here's Mike Smith back in the barn area, going to give us a little bit of more information on Bodie Meister.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean he has to be there. He's very quick, you know. He's going to be forwardly placed. Wherever that puts us, rather I'll be on the lead or right off of it, I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait and see where everyone draws. But he has a high cruising speed and continues to run. And if you're fast enough and you're on the front end, they can't get you. Why can't you win, you know? He's got that kind of talent. He really does. He's shown it more than one occasion. That wasn't his first big high flyer that he threw the other day. I mean, he's done it race before that as well. And I don't think we've seen the best of him yet, so he could be that kind of horse. We'll find out.
A month ago, it seemed like you were really, needing to have a Vegas Derby lined up. And it just seems like, Nelson, they would say you were on Daddy Knows Best, and then lo and behold, you find yourself on this thing. I mean, just talk about the events, how you ended up on this thing and the position you're in now.
We're going about a couple of months out. I'd already talked to Bob. We actually had 3. It looked like it was heading this way, maybe even 4 at the time. And he said, just sit quiet. I'm going to have one of them for you. See what happens. And then it wasn't the one that I think he actually had for me. I'm not positive. You'll have to ask. This was probably Bedfield. And that didn't kind of pan out. So, of course, Le Peru was already committed himself to Union Rags, and that kind of put Daddy Knows Best open. But it was a few days before the Arkansas Derby, and then when he ran the way he ran, I mean, I asked permission if I could continue. I wasn't even sure that I was going to get to ride him even after I won. Bob hadn't committed me other than that race. He hadn't said if he wins, he's yours or anything. So, we certainly didn't know what his game plan was. And then afterwards, he said, would you like to stay on? And I said, well, let me see what I can do. And I asked permission. They let me off. It all worked out great. Now I'm on him, and the other one is a contender as well. I mean, he's got a big chance. I mean, he's already proven. He's already, won a mile and 8 twice he's won that. Yeah. So he's going to be one of the fittest ones in there anyway.
How surprised were you when you found out what Bob had gone on through what was the
Well, it's shocking because I'm around him all the time, and you know, he's not that. I mean, it's not like he works out every day, but he's not in bad shape. I mean, he looks good, you know. But like he said, I mean, the steaks, drinking Diet Pepsis, you know, Pepsis every night, and really not working out, you know, and not doing a whole lot. Just because you don't carry a lot of weight, because heart attack will hit you at any time, doesn't it?
Has it changed him at all, do you think?
I think it has. He's pretty mellow right now. Yeah, he's you'd have to ask him, but I would imagine it certainly changed me.
Finally, we'll catch up with I'll Have Another back here in the barn area of Doug O'Neill. And we saw Terry Bradshaw and Rick Pitino back here this morning, catching a glimpse at I'll Have Another. We'll catch up with all the action again one more time tomorrow morning. It's certainly shaping up to be a crazy day tomorrow. We're going to have quite a few shippers, the final shippers, arriving at the track here at Churchill Downs this afternoon. We just heard this morning, it's official, Mark Valesky is out of the Kentucky Derby. Optimizer is in. We'll get all that information tomorrow here on HorseRacingNation.com.